Yo, yo.
Man, I just went face to face with the devil. Called the devil out. It was in my house. A demon. Oh, dude. I don't even know if I have a place to live tomorrow, but, and just as you were calling, my old lady was like, well, see me? I said, all I did was tell someone how I felt about them at that particular time. I said, if it rubbed them the wrong way, it must be true. If you want me to leave, I'll leave right now. I don't give a fuck. This bitch been manipulating people in this house for a long time, and I just called it out, dude, but...
Yeah, I feel like there are others playing. I do feel like there are a lot of those playing the judgment card. And then no, hold on. And then we feel like no, hold on. And then we feel like, well, hold on. Then we can go in right here, and then this is how we'll go, and then this is righteous. And what's funny is no one sees victims, no one sees conditioning, no one sees environment, no one sees the alteration of each individual from a fucked up environment. Instead, we're just looking for things almost like to gravitate, to pull down, to justify. Do you see what I'm saying? To almost justify playing the God card. To justify playing the God card. Listen, let me finish. To justify playing the God card, then there has to be a devil. But are we here to help each other? Yeah. Are we here to help each other? Yeah. Are we here to look out for each other? Yeah. But there are compassionate ways. But like for me, there are compassionate ways to do it, and there are ways that may help someone. There are ways that may help drive somebody to an early grave, and then at that point, it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of that? Because I've had some talks with some family, and like just being 100%, 1,000,000%, like you are definitely bright and connected in the areas. Well, let me finish. Okay, then let me finish. If you have no fear, let me finish. If you have no fear, let me finish. Let me finish. If you have no fear, let me finish. Here's Here's what I like to call out. I like to call out on the things that have hit my life and then have thus manipulated the timeline and then have thus moved things to manipulate it further. Now, hold on. All in an effort to prove something. So it's like, yeah, we have an effort. We can also prove we can nuke ourselves. Does that prove what? You know what I'm saying? We can prove we can radiate ourselves. We can prove that we can take individuals, psychologically manipulate them and do things. Yeah, we proved mind control. Yeah, we proved we can overthrow regimes in other countries undemocratically. So, but can we prove that we can make a better world, like compassionately? And I'm not saying I have the perfect way, bro. I'm not saying I have the perfect way. But I am saying as soon as I got to planet Earth and as soon as I got going on my thing, I got hit with alternate frequencies at jobs, which drove me into isolation because I was thus not so organically around. And then after that, it drove me to more isolated habits. And then after that, with whatever they fed me at times, I think I've been poisoned a couple of times. But it's like, what's the point of pointing the blame? Because I know divinity is within me, and I know that it will always prevail. Even if, you know what I'm saying? Even if just like you might battle something and you think it's for me, it's not for me. Because I'm not your judge, you know what I'm saying? And even the divine source is not judge. Because I have to comment on the timing. I have to comment on the coincidence. I have to comment on the language. I have to comment on it because there's a reason. There's a reason Uncle Joseph had to go down this path. There's a reason that I had to. There's a reason. It's like the perfect way to get everything in. So then we could start diagnosing everything, like breaking it all down. Because, bro, like I see the difficulty. Like Angela, like who just passed, she was drinking till her dying day, and she knew all about the secret society stuff. She knew about the lodges. She knew about all that, right? And she told me she really had my back when I was explaining to her what I was doing. And she's dead now. And it's like but you know what sucks about all this stuff is like you don't even know, like, because things get compartmentalized like on a need to know basis. You got this one compartment that's like, well, look, we really tried and we're going to show them this, and then this other compartment's like, no idea that compartment exists and we're just here to whack somebody, and it's like that is not, what I'm saying, like that is not the best way to do things. I am totally the best test experiment to say some things work and some things don't work. I'm a very good litmus test for that. But I will say, yeah, I'm fighting. It's like this, bro. We're fighting demons in a way, yeah, but really we're just fighting their own conditioning that we put ourselves through on this planet. Period. It's period. Because like I ate the same Tyson chicken that other people. Man, I'm like a natural Viagra up in this motherfucker. Some people would kill to have what I have, but I know I am a good person. I know I love myself. I know that I've never, held nobody down, and what I'm saying, like I know what has happened, and then. But check this out. But I also know as light workers, we're going to carry an extra tough load because of that magnetism that comes. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to magnetize people like you.
Path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities and the tyrannies of evil. Blessed is he who shepherds his brothers to the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost treasures. And I will strike down on thee with great fury, or great vengeance and furious envy, those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon me. And that's when I got my truth today. I was watching it, and I was, I'm always talking about my old lady and my autistic stepson and everything. And it hit me, finally. And I took I just come off a 48-hour vow of silence. Your gang stalkers go nuts when you go silent.
Yeah, but beyond the gang stalkers, hey.
Here's what happened.
But listen, I want to ask a question.
Shit packed and everything. I was going out the door, and literally, like I'm talking to you, like Christ this time was like,
Yeah.
He said, "What was that verse you just listened to?" He goes, I put you in charge of these two people. You are shepherding these two people through the valley of darkness. He goes, if you weren't here, look how these people can be manipulated and used. If you weren't in this environment for the last 10 years.
That's exactly how I feel about the situation. That's exactly how I feel about the situation.
Sexed out, devoured, dude.
Listen, that's exactly how I feel about the situation, and this is how I know, because ever since. But listen, my flock. Hey, listen.
And she was like, sorry, you've hurt me way too fucking long, and I put up with it for way too fucking long, and I'm standing up for myself right now. I know who you are, I see right through you, and I keep being like, you're a friend of my old lady, but if you're hanging out with that person, because I saw her talking to someone, then part of my daughter was fucking me, and I said, if you're talking to him, and you're part of him, you're too close. I can't let you in this house. I cannot let you in this fucking house where I live if you're talking to people that are targeting me and pretending to be a friend to my...
What do you advise I should do?
Whatever.
Hey, I want to know you're 1,100%. What about for me? What about a person like me? Just knowing my situation, like, because I was just talking to my family member recently. I'm like, but listen, I want to know because I know, but listen, because I'm talking to. But see, this is the fun part. You do realize that this is mutual. I brought you here, right? I had to have, because all through what I've done, and I've always known, I'm like, Lord, why would you constantly put me through this? Because like as soon as you I believe that as soon as you think you're seeing through somebody, you're seeing through yourself.
Well, that's very true too, but at the same
Because then you have a foundation. Listen, then there's a foundation. Then there's a foundation. But listen, bro, let me ask you something. Bro, let me ask you something. First of all, can you find me a perfect person? Now let me because let me finish this. Let me finish this. Who do you know on this earth is quote unquote perfect? Okay, so then how does targeting get selected when everyone's imperfect? Like, I want to know this because why am I plucked out? Why me? Like, sometimes I'm like, if I would have just shut my mouth and been a regular person, but then I'm like, I agree, I like the challenges, but hey, it definitely, because obviously I have a dilemma. My dilemma is this: how do I know how? Okay, this is the big part, right? Right now. All right, here's the part I don't get. Ready? For real, this is the best way I could put it. This is the best way I could put it with all this money being spent, and I know. Look, this is why we're talking. Okay, what else do you know about the Anthony Bourdain thing?
I never know. Like, and I can only just let me explain. I can only just tell you. Like, I can only try to put it in words. But you're asking me to put something in words that is magical. But like,
I mean, like,
well, for one, all right. See, and now I'm speaking on it, and just everything goes south, dude.
it's not south. It is a challenge on both
Okay,
ends.
I'm not gonna speak on it like I was.
But what I'm saying is, while people like I'm targeted, right? I'm targeted, right? But Anthony Bourdain gets murdered. Anthony Bourdain gets murdered, and the Clintons and their cartel get away with yet more murder and more atrocities. While people spend so much money, hold on, while people spend so much money and time and ultra frequency around me, which makes it more difficult, and then it's like, oh, by the way, you're not perfect. Like, really? Like, bro, almost, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's, I just have a problem with, I'm just upset. This is what I'm saying is while all this money has been spent on Joes and us light workers or dim workers. Yeah, but listen, while there's all kinds of us targeted, right? There's all kinds of us targeted, right? So then I have to wonder what is the real how does this thing tick?
Look, man, you've heard me talk from my soul.
Okay, I am an empath. Listen, all right, let me talk for mine. I'm going to talk for mine. I always do. But I'm an imp. I'm just like you are. I'm an empathic. I'm very sensitive. So there are things I'm trying to figure out in the world how.
You gotta get more direct questions, man. I can give you some answers, but your questions are so vague. Like, you gotta get deep, and that's all. Like, if you're truly targeted, you wouldn't be asking me questions. You couldn't stop talking about what was happening to you. You couldn't stop. You'd be like, dude, I mean, and it's like,
I could talk for days. I could talk for days on targeting. I could talk for days on targeting.
and I'm gonna give you information.
I can listen. I can talk for days. I could talk for days on that. The techniques, the different tactics, the different energy weapon things, all that stuff is there. But
You can talk about it, but talk about what it does to you. What does it feel like when it's happening to you?
okay. This I guess all right. Here.
Tell me what you go through.
All right. I guess I don't know how to tackle this, but this is the best way I could say it. Okay. Before I felt targeting, which was in like Florida, but okay, so like
Dude, hold on, stop. Dude.
let me
What does, no, it's a very simple question. What does it feel like when they're hitting you with what you said you know about?
it
I
depends.
don't know about anything else
It
except
depends.
what it feels like. Explain to me from your point of view
Okay, like this. Okay, okay. Listen, I go outside. Listen, I go outside. Listen, I go outside. Listen, I go outside. Listen, I go out. No, man, I'm in my truth. I go outside. I go outside to you, maybe to you, not to me. I'm answering it all with truth, bro. I'm answering with my truth. Just because it isn't what you want out of me doesn't mean that it does not qualify. Bro, I've had my eyes burnt because I was gazing at the sun and then it registered to me like what you said. No, no, no. I mean, like you were registering that they had some kind of laser thing, and then there was a couple days where I'm like, why does my left eye have this extra weird burning sensation? I walked outside before, bro. Listen, I walk out my neighborhood. Listen, let me finish, man. How can I tell you? I walk out to my neighborhood, bro, and people are moving.
Silence is true. Very powerful. But you go on this, you keep on interrupting me and you want to know about it and you claim to know more than me. So I want to hear what you
I'm
know.
not saying I know. I am not claiming. I am not claiming I know more than you. I know more about my experience and what I've gone through in life more than anybody.
Talk and let's see what we accumulate, what kind of truth we accumulate in all these words. Let's see how much truth we accumulate. So keep going. I'm just listening. I'm just going to see how much truth I can accumulate out of all the words you put together. Your raps. You as a musician, still to this day, I'd fight for no matter what. But as a person, I got to hear, spit your soul. I'm just going to listen and let's see what kind of truth you register. Let's see if you can relate to me without me talking. I'm not hanging up. I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid either, bro.
Well, then, I just want to hear you talk, and let's see if I don't talk, and only you talk. Let's see if we can relate.
I walk into a neighborhood. I walk outside, and a certain vibe, a certain frequency of natural, organic folk is out of my life. I go outside. People move at suspicious, coincidental times. There's a certain frequency I feel from it. This person walks out at a certain time. There's a certain frequency I feel from it. I go sit out to get some peace sometimes. All of a sudden, now the neighbor lets the dog out to bark constantly. Just things that are just like pinging me. Like, and then I feel like since I'm so sensitive, I know someone in my family who goes through a lot of stuff with stuff he can't talk about, and then I feel his emotions, and then I see like I feel like like moved into my family with another obligation besides a natural, organic, rhythmic, harmonic resonance, and then that has happened in other places in the family, and then you get to a point where it's just like, damn, it's like I feel like I'm under a microscope, and yeah, it's cool sometimes. We can learn things, but it's like sometimes you could get burnt under that microscope. Like I'm only one person. Like it feels like focused so hard that it's like I feel like if we're focused so hard, I just wish it was the love. And then I don't know why I'm not feeling the love because I'm trying to get the love. I'm trying to feel the love. I'm trying to bridge this difference in this new community I never knew existed. I'm trying to figure out if they're going to whack me. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be another. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be another Anthony Bourdain. I'm trying to figure. The jobs, obviously, all the way of communication that's other than constitutionally democratic and straightforward.
Michael Jordan on this level, but you're gonna have to work with me, dog. You're gonna have to.
I know, and I'm not. It's you're one person. I know you're one person. I get that. You're one person.
I said I want to make the right name Kill Bill because what's the movie Kill Bill come around and do? Just start to really know who I am and what I'm about. Where it comes from. I'm giving you all these clues, but you don't want to watch it. You probably still haven't watched Donnie Darko. You still haven't. And I'm giving you like clues that would explain. I'm just listening to you, man. But really, even everything you said, you haven't said anything about like how it's affecting you, how it's like, what are they doing to you, the abuse, the like, dude, I get it. I mean, it's nothing I need.
And I'm not trying to place blame. I'm just showing.
No, listen. The reason I know you know a lot of shit and everything, and you can speak.
Some days are just crushing days.
You're not a true target. Because there's only one way I can tell you that for a fact, for a 100, like I speak facts, dude. Facts. I analyze, but I don't share anything except facts. But the reason I know you're not a true target is because we're talking. Period. We're having good conversations. They're not interrupting us. Period. I don't know who. I'm going to blow your mind here, man. I'm going to tell this, and this is what I do, and this is how good I am at what I do. I always play the idiot role at first, because you guys just keep stringing your shit out. You can learn a lot from me. You could get pissed, or you could learn. So listen. You have to ask yourself. The first thing you have to ask yourself is am I an unintelligent person pretending to be intelligent? Or am I a very intelligent person pretending to be unintelligent? If you don't know the answer to that, then you don't know me. But one thing that you do know about me is, and I do believe that you have a gift to understand and recognize truth. You do know I'm real. You do know I'm true. But you don't know who I am and where I come from. The truth about that. How do you think I know? I've never saw you in the flesh, dude. I've never been in the same room as you that I know of. You might have been watching me the whole time. I don't know. You might live in the same town as me. You might even live in the same apartment. But the one thing, no matter what they do or whatever happens or whatever, there's one thing you can never deny from knowing me. Is that you've got closer to the truth that you've ever gotten in your life. And you know that I ain't like them. And you know I ain't no piece of shit. And you know that I know what I talk about. You know I ain't no liar. I know you know that. But then you gotta ask yourself this. What is it about this dude? This one little guy. This one little dude. This one little guy in the universe. And you're right. You're exactly right. All this money, resources, intelligence. people, energy. Wow. If I've blown your mind already, what do you think they know about me? What do you think some of the stories they can tell you are? I can talk. I'm an actor, dude, just like everybody else. But there's always a piece of truth in my acting. And the only reason I'm acting is because everyone around me is acting. Just playing the part. People want to get real? Here's some real shit. We'll get real. But as long as everybody else is pretending, why would you assume I'm just dropping truth bombs, which I am, but I'm dropping truth bombs that, so I'm saying I got truth bombs that go for, I got atomic truth bombs, dude. Like, you want to know why they're watching me? You want to know why they're surveilling me? You want to know why they have people like you create fake YouTube accounts to show up on my page? You want to know why? You didn't know I could see through all that, huh? Well, first thing, you gave yourself away through symbolism, like 4 times. You didn't say or do anything. It was what you were wearing. It was your mannerisms. I was saying things to spark reactions from you when the whole time you thought you were getting reactions from me.
So you thought you knew what I was thinking?
No, I was saying things.
Yeah, you thought. So you think. So this is. Here's one of the things. Now let me have a turn. This is one of the things I have to say about this whole program. The one thing I have to say about this whole program is an old song me and TML used to have. It says, "You can talk to me or up to me, but never will you talk down to me, down to me." So the thing about it is, you talk to people eye to eye, bro. And if there's a question that you have about anything, then just ask. You know what I'm saying? If there's a question you have about something, just ask. But it's like, if I'm gonna try and hold I'm trying to hold.
Why does nobody ever ask me though?
Ask you what?
Why does nobody ever ask me though?
I'm asking you things right now. Every time we have a conversation, things are getting figured out. You know, every step of the way. Even on in this today's a day that, you know, like, you know, I'm trying to keep certain things out of my life, a bad habit. You know, being single. You know, put 2 and 2 together, and you know, I had a moment today where I'm like, this lower frequency crud muck is just definitely gone in this 5th dimensional phase. Like, I can't even try to do this shit no more. And then it's the same thing. It's the same thing. But it's the same thing. But it's the same thing. And then it's the same thing on conversations. It's like, okay, on this same day, let's go pile some more on them. It's like, wow. It's like, that's how you know you're the light, because you're not, because like I don't put a microscope on nobody. All I do is I'm rolling with compassion. I'm rolling with love. The people love me. Let's surround him, because we got to find out if he's fake. And in the midst of just trying to figure out if he's fake, it's like they lost the whole path them damn self. Because while they're trying to figure out if people like me or you are fake, bro, all that resources stuff, trying to figure out if we're fake, Anthony Bourdain hangs, motherfuckers get away. That's my point. While we're the ones moving to expose that shit. That's my point, bro. And it's just, it's mismanaged money, bro. It's mismanaged resources. It just gets frustrating sometimes, bro. It just gets frustrating sometimes. I know, and I want to be 1,100%, because I've calculated things on our last conversations. Dude, man, I just feel like I have to figure things out, man. I have to know where I'm going. I have to know what I'm doing. No, and again, your version of the truth about me, that doesn't faze me, bro. You know how many things I've gone through? A person's version of the truth without me, without love, doesn't have any ground, because everybody is on planet Earth going round and round. So we're all figuring out how to study together, but we cannot have xenophobia, and we cannot have, I mean,
do the other things fucking with me. Why do you think I'm feeling this way?
Because your eyes aren't on obviously the eyes aren't on the shine, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you think I'm feeling this way? Because if I've done something that didn't make my higher self manifest, then I'm going to be like, damn, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I continue my mission. But in the midst of doing that, there are certain things that promote well-being, bro. And ever since a bunch of around me was like not the people, bro, I watched how sh got difficult for me, and then I watched how compartmentalized things were. Like, this person didn't know they did this to me, or they did that to me. So it's like none of this, you know what I'm saying? Like,
If I'm wrong about you, let me ask you this.
no, I'm not God, man. I'm not. You don't need forgiveness for me. I'm not your judge, sir. I'm not your judge, man.
I know that. There's only one.
I'm my own worst judge. I know that.
Validation only comes from one superior source in this case. There's nobody on this earth who can validate you. That's one thing. You're right. But I'm saying, then why don't you talk about the hurt and the pain that I'm going? Like, if you're going through it like me, likewise, why don't you speak on what you don't speak about anything they're doing to you? What's happening to you? What are they doing to you? Like, that's what I don't get. Like I can tell you things like, I mean, I've had my house broken into. I woke up people in my room. I've literally like gotten, dude, like you're not. I mean, and then I got to think back. Like, you know, you're so young too. Like, when I was your age, this shit wasn't happening. It was, and I got to remind myself too that nobody is it. Like, and I don't mean this on an egotistical level. Oh, and the main reason I tried to call you last couple of days, I threw up a fucking new look tag that will blow your fucking mind in Tulsa. I threw up a new look tag. I did an angel under it, checkered it, yellow, black checker. I did the whole look thing. I'm looking at it right now, dude. I did this fucking face, like my little profiles, and then I drew an arrow going down the throat, then I did a heart. And then I wrote, never forget this. Dude, I just fucking went off, dude. And, it just sparked my freaking, I mean, I'm looking at it, I'm going like, and that's my graffiti name, Look. And I'm like, I do a little arrow with the K and a halo over the L, and the two O's are like eyeballs. And I was like, I gotta go to New York, dude. It's not for one thing in my life to just put a look tag on a fucking train, dude. So my shit. One of the most, and it used to be on YouTube for free, but one of the most documentaries I watched that changed my life, dude, was it was called holy fuck, dude. I'm gonna plug my shit back up, dude. This is how much I'm targeted, dude. I'm like that dude. I'm like the dude on Better Call Saul. I'm like his brother. I unplug all my shit. I sit in silence. I fucking. Dude, you don't know, dude. Like, I want to cry right now because it's like, you still have your family and shit, man. And then, dude, and one thing that I thought about, I even talked to Christ about, like, your brother's brain cancer. I was just like, that's, like, that's just, I couldn't imagine something like that, eating in a family and going through something like that. But at the same, look, man, as much as I've been fucked with and abused and everything in my life, dude, you gotta understand where I'm coming from. And, I called you right after I just called this devil out and everything. So it's like they're in my environment. Like, it's like, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I just can't take hurt from many more human beings anymore, man. I'm trying to find the name of this fucking documentary. It changed my life, and it was about graffiti in the 70s and 80s, and I was growing up and shit, and I was like, I used to watch these guys do this shit all the time, and I was like, it's called, don't hang up before I figure this out. I don't know why this is important, but this has to come through. But, I just can't take much more pain. And I gotta protect myself in any way, shape, and form. And it's just getting to the point where it's like, like I was talking about going to the gun show and shit and getting another. I had this 38, but I got paranoid having it in my house, so I got rid of it. I sold it. And I want to get another one, dude, because I'm like, I've been calling the VA suicide hotline, and and then every time I think about doing it, I'm like, because I don't have anyone left, dude, and I'm like, they've taken everyone from me, and so it's like, whatever you want to think about this shit.
I don't even know what to think,
the
bro.
problem is everything that you want to research and find out about this shit online is false. What I think they did is they seeded the internet with all this false information before they started doing this to people. So when people started looking it up, they were falsified themselves. They were taking down the path of falseness, and then they had to go down that path of falseness.
It's not black and white, man. It's not black and white.
But let me tell you. Hold on, dude.
It's really not black and white.
I'm trying to let the spirit come through. I just need a moment of silence on this.
I mean, the light on this planet is one. But in the process,
shaded so hardcore, dude.
Well, in the process, we're all going through the ascension bath, and sometimes you get hit with cold water. Today, I got hit with cold water. Like, it's a cold water day for me, and I'm just embracing it every which way. And part of the cold water is like, okay, like I want to do something with this music. I've never met anyone like you. Everyone in my family says they hear it in you, like that seed of truth that Christ.
Like who in your family says that?
Amanda, Amy.
Who are these people? Can I talk to them?
They're not here right now, but yeah, we can talk soon. And of course, bro, I'm dealing in my own kind of world, dude, to where I'm like watching.
What are you going through the most? That's what I'm saying. Maybe the reason I don't feel like you're being true and maybe you're part of the enemy is because maybe you are yet to completely expose and honestly lay your hurt on my mind like I've done to you time and time again. I don't hold back anything, dude. I'm talking to you like I've known you my whole life. Maybe that's the resistance in you, that you finally have someone that you can and can give you wisdom and knowledge on this shit on a superior level. And maybe you're the one holding back, and that's why this resistance is occurring. Maybe you're still too afraid to maybe because when you're listening to me, you're more worried about what other people are going to listen to. So you're holding yourself back. You're still, and maybe this is a graduation point for you. Maybe this is a hallelujah point for you. And maybe this is Jesus Christ talking to me to you, take you to this next level on this radio and music thing. Is, dude, you can't hold back. People will feel your resistance. They will feel it. And why are you afraid to hold back? Dude, you know you're completely there when there's nothing more to lose, and it doesn't matter who's in the room with you. There's no more face to lose, because everyone that knows you knows you're real. They know that, dude. Like, I can say this shit in front of my mother, my father, my sister, the 6 o'clock news. Nothing about me will change, dude. You talk to me in front of a room full of strangers. You talk to me in a room full of Amanda or all these people you know. I'm not going to change. Nothing about me is going to change. Nothing. Not one thing about me is going to change. I'm not going to hold back just because you're telling me another human being's in the room that I've never talked to before. Doesn't scare me. I love that shit. Dude, like I keep telling you, you think I'm bullshitting you. They are going to kill me. They are going to kill me. I am getting all this shit out to anyone that will listen as much as I can. You think I'm joking? But see, you can't live a day in my life, because if you came into my life, it would stop. And then the day you left, it would start again. Like, it's a secret war, dude. It's a secret war. And what it is, it's the war to your freedom, dude. Like you said, cold days, hot days. Yeah, we have those. The cold days suck. That's when the enemy wins. So when the enemy gets through people, whatever. But it's like life is a battle now. There ain't just life and going to work. Some days you have good days. You eat healthy, you go jog, you go to the park, you smoke a bowl, everything's good. You wake up the next day, before you can wake up, it's complete hell. That's a battle. You won the battle the day before, they win the battle the next day. It's just, like I said, it's like a scale, it's like a balance. But one day we will win the whole thing. But you have to completely expose yourself, mentally, physically, everything. Expose yourself. You got a fucking insecurity about the way your body looks? Take your fucking shirt off, man. Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a shit, dude. Break free. You want to extract truth from others? You have to be willing to leak truth from yourself. Like, I watched that movie Predator. It came out in like 87. I'm all about 1987 movies, dude. You want to change your life? Go on Google, type in list of 1987 movies. And it's so cool Google does this, because when you do that, it shows like all the movies in a picture. You can click on it, it tells what it's about, and then it has all the categories: science fiction, drama. I don't know what it was about 87, dude. I was only 11. Oh shit. Wow, that's what it was. I was 11. That was that magical number. And 87. Oh, and 85. In 1985, the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. And I was born in Kansas City, Missouri. A lot of people think Kansas City is in Kansas. Every time I tell people here in Oklahoma I'm going to Kansas City, they go, "How was Kansas?" I didn't go to Kansas, bitch. I went to Missouri. But I was 9, and I was there. My dad took me. We were on vacation, and I saw the last game of that World Series. My dad was there with Nolan Ryan pitched one of his no-hitters. My dad grew up in a small farm town just way outside, an hour outside of KC, but North Kansas City. But me and my cousin went around, and all the people drinking beer were throwing their cups down. They said 1985 World Champions. And just up until last year did I lose my last 85 Royals World Series Cup, dude. And I don't even know where I'm going with this, but that's what I like about you, man. You string shit out of me, but that's what a good fucking federal investigator and a good CIA agent does too. You ever watch The Recruit with Colin Farrell and Al Pacino? And, like, dude, like if you're not, you're one of the best ones they got. Because, and I'm trying to toot your horn right now, but you're not the best because they haven't put you through the worst. But, and you're so young. But for your age, your ability to listen is your biggest ticket. But I'd say to take it to the next level, you're going to have to expose yourself. Like you said, it's inside you. It's inside us. You're the resistance right now. I'm not holding anything back. You're holding something back. I don't know what it is. And like I said, remember how I told you, like, sometimes somebody can be lying to you and you can pick up on it as deceit, but maybe they're just trying to get you a birthday present without you knowing or something and plan a party. You know, maybe that's what it is with us right now. Maybe you're not the enemy or you're not the other side, or maybe you could be. I don't know. But you're not exposing enough of your soul for me to gauge anything on that. Everything you're saying and doing is skim of the surface. Your raps, yeah, they're there. Everything's awesome, but you're not really saying anything under the skim of the surface of things. You're not really exposing like I do. And I mean, I know you're recording this or whatever, so like have a man and then ask them if I'm right or wrong. I mean, if you think I'm wrong, then get a third party's reaction, you know? But I know it's true. And I don't know what you're afraid of, dude, because you wear the armor of truth. Like, it's not like anyone's going to hear anything you say and doubt you. Your strength exposes itself every day amongst the people that love you. There's nothing you could do or say that can erase how somebody feels about a person like you, especially if they're in their immediate family. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is how hardcore the targeting gets. Hold on to it, brother, because I was there when I was your age. I never thought I'd ever have a relationship without my niece. And she was like, I pretty much raised her. My sister was out of the picture all those years. And sure enough, they manufactured some shit that here I am without any of these. And like, I mean, like, my family, my father, my mother, they're in on it. They take me into situations in social places that I just get harassed, and I just have to I've called them out just way too many times, but it's just no longer worth it. I'm like, I eat shit for breakfast most of the time and lunch. Swallow fucking sides of dookie stains for appetizers, and if I'm lucky, I'll get a piss stain for dessert. You know, outside of that, what do you think I call you, man? Such a fucking release, dude. Like, shit, I'm not a... Oh, dude, I don't know. I scare these people, do they? Because not only do they see truth, when I get ready to pounce, like it's like how many times has a little chihuahua just like, and you're just like, whoa, shake it. You're like, yeah, I can. And the thing, I'm not trying to use physical force or violence to prove anything to anyone. I don't have to do that. I'm way past that. Shit. I've been in situations and where supernatural shit just out of the blue just works for me, man. Like, I can't explain it. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, and you're so young, man. Like, but you're so wise too. But I'm not saying your youth is something to look down upon it. But I'm just saying, like, brother, get ready, get prepared, because sorry, I'm just a fuck up, dude. I'm a piece of shit, and that's what I am. But really, I'm not. But really, all I am is this, dude. I'm just this creature that just like this creature, man. And I can't do anything except be real, be true. And there was a time, and really, there's never been a time. And that's what's blowing these people around me, like today, when like they're just like, I could just see it in their face, and that's when I'm like, dude, it was literally like some type of acid trip. I could just see, dude, that's how I knew she was a demon, dude. I literally saw her shit melt in front of me. Like, she was just like so scared. She's like, I wasn't gonna hurt this person like physically. I was just using words, but the words I were using were so accurate and true and not full of shit that they were landing on a falsified person's ears, like, run away from it, baby, run away. And I even told people that. I said, I'm going to get to a point where you won't even be able to be in the same fucking room with me if you're not real, because I'm just going to call you out. And I'm not going to call you out. Maybe I won't call you out verbally, but in my mind, I'm letting, it's being called out. It's being known. And I don't know how it works, dude, but I used to cower down to it my whole life. And I was even shaking after I did this lady. And, well, I wasn't shaking because I was afraid. I was just shaking because the energy, the truth energy that I was projecting from my soul into hers, letting her know that, look, I see right through you. I see right I know you're objective into this family, and it's not truth. It's not positive. I know. I see it. And that's what makes life so hard to live. That's when you know you're a true target, because there ain't anywhere you can go, say, or do where your life is not tampered with. And I mean, just like you used to go to McDonald's or you go to fast food restaurants, you know, you don't get that no more. Order pizza? No, you don't get that no more. Everything's lower quality. Everything's, even if you're there in person, man, it's just, I don't know how it works, dude. I don't know. Like I told you, if you watch Ghost in the Machine, Donnie Darko, and that other movie I told you, Kill Bill, it pretty much it's all about targeting. Another movie that's totally about targeting came out in 1985 or 87, I think. Might have been 87 too. Let me see, I wrote this down. It was either 87 or 85. It's got Drew Barrymore when she was a kid in it. Anything Drew Barrymore was in it as a kid is an MK Ultra movie. Period. But this one's called Cat's Eye. Yeah, MK Ultra all day. And it came out in 87. It's 87 or 85. It's on that website I told you about. You get all that shit for free. I was watching it last night, and it's how this cat links up to all these three different, like, you don't know how this shit works. Basically, all these 80s science fiction movies are complete, absolute fact and truth. The only thing that makes them unreal is the way they portray the movie. But the information in the movie is factual. The way they portray the movie is false. The spaceships, the way it looks, how it goes, that's all false. The storyline is false. But the actual factual information that created the storyline is real. You can't come up with this shit. You just can't make that shit up, dog. I mean, and I'm telling you, like, you're lucky, dude, because if I'm a true target on my life, you'll never talk or meet another one again in your life. I can promise you that. Not a true one. They're just if you meet more than one target individual in your life, one of them's lying to you. Period. And it won't be hard to figure out who's lying to you, because you can, like I'm telling you, you can ask me questions from the deepest caverns of your mind, and I promise you I got an answer on it. And not only an answer that will lay factual upon your ears.
Okay. What is the main goal of targeting, do you think?
Well, that part is pretty hard, because in order to know that, I'd have to be a part of their program. But to me, they're just, throughout life, it's not hard to do. They found the real ones. And we're here to manifest some type of truth on earth to change, like everything you say is real, like to change the consciousness, to change the mindset, because we literally create reality is what we think and see, but we all watch cable. So the people that control these images and thoughts that go in our mind, they don't have your best interests at hand. So I don't know how or why this happened, but there's a renegade group of souls that were born onto this earth in the late 70s, possibly early 80s. I don't think anyone came after 80. And the reason I say 80 is because, 79 connects with 80. Like, 6 months of every year is the same year. See what I'm saying? Like, January is the first month of the year, but it happens halfway. Like, you can be January 1st, you're in 2018, but 6 months before that, we were in 2017. It rolls into that shit. So, like, what happened was, and here's why they do these amplitude tests at schools and shit. There were certain key questions on those little tests that we'd have to do with the bubbles,
Yeah.
I don't know, like I said, I graduated in 93, 94. I graduated when I was 17 years old, dude. I was a year ahead of everyone. And That's a lot smaller and everything. And my birthday fell in June, and my mom didn't want me to wait. She put me a year ahead. I don't even think you could do that nowadays, but you could back then, I guess. And I didn't even go to preschool or not either. And I never really tried at school. I couldn't really understand what they were trying to teach me because I was just so locked in social anxiety, and I was picking up on, I was hearing people's minds, dude.
That right there, what you said right there is the worst part for me. That's the worst part for me. That's the worst part for me because I'm sensitive to everything.
You wouldn't believe this.
So as soon as the stuff at the jobs happened, like as soon as the climate changed, it was like.
What do you mean when the climate changed?
Like, because for me, I started, I see the targeting wasn't ramped up, turned up or nothing for like 2008, 2009, 2007, those years I wasn't like targeted like that. But then all of a sudden I got drafted into a lens crafter's job, and like, bro, after that, dude, my first day on training, listen, hey, I gotta tell you, my first day, listen, man, so basically, like, I know exactly what. Of course I'm not part of targeting, man. I'm part of the ascension. No, I'm part of the ascension. And listen, if I was a part of targeting, bro, I wouldn't be in this profession. Like, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Like, I would not be doing what I'm doing. I would not be following in the footsteps of John Lennon. I would not be following in the footsteps of Tupac. I would not be following the footsteps of John F. Kennedy's plans. I just would not be. I would not be akin to them. I would not be connected to them. I would not be teaching. But listen, I would not be teaching the people that target me all these things. I wouldn't be telling them that while they're spending time on me, Anthony Bourdain gets hung. Like, that kind of stuff, gets us going. It gets us going. It gets me going because I know that this is part of me being here, is to transcend these systems which actually help cripple people and paralyze them and create the shit they're supposedly trying to avert. Just like our foreign policy dichotomy, when we go over there to supposedly bring peace, we have a reflective microcosm of that and this domestic stuff, which literally, from my experience, really almost has killed me several times. And I just think we could do better. It's good. The past is the past. I mean, we can't go back and. And so then I have to wonder, like, the people that are targeting me with supposedly the all-encompassed wisdom, how I'm able to teach most of this stuff.
Targeted right now at this moment? Who's targeting you right now? Do you know who you're?
As I was speaking that, I was thinking about a neighbor. Yes.
What makes you think?
It makes me know. No, it makes me know. It makes me know because I can electromagnetically field them. They're implemented with a program inserted, and then that thus alters the frequency propelled toward me, which then helps propel more alterations in my timeline. Have you ever thought about that? Listen.
Al Pacino, have you watched it or not?
Listen, maybe we're being recruited into the galactic family. I'm saying, you see that? I am part of the ascension. The CIA has so much blood on their hands. I would have to really talk with that organization.
Dude, oh my God! Have you watched Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon? Dude, if you have not watched these movies,
I get it, man. I know. I get it. I get it. I get it. But listen, what about Edward Snowden? Have you seen that movie? Do you see what I'm saying, though? Do you see what I'm saying? We got to find the middle ground. We got to find the middle. We got to find the middle. I know, like Edward Snowden could also be on the Hollywood play. I've considered all these things.
I agree, and I know what he was saying was real, but he was saying so much shit that it's so.
Listen, do you know? I want to explain something that is.
That I can't think about Snowden and them. I'm trying to get through a day in my own life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to listen to what they're saying. I'm proof and fact that shit is real. When I listen to them, it's just confirmation. I know it's real. And the only reason I have to know it's real is just by waking up. And I don't even have to do that sometimes. Sometimes they do it through my dreams before I wake up. They can put me, I don't know how they do this, and I really think they can put some type of gas through my air conditioning unit. Because sometimes, almost every time when this happens, the air comes on, or the heat, or whatever. And then I can literally go into this place of half consciousness, half asleep. Like I know what's going on around me, but I'm not awake. And whatever they do and say to me, those emotions carry over into my waking life. Like, I can wake up, and a normal person just wakes up, but I'm waking up already primed with anger, frustration, and then on top of that, once it happens, the people I work with, I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or they remote neural monitor them or what, but then they do it all through sound, because sound is what separates you from Christ. You hear your spirit. You need the silence. But when everything around you is distorted, you can't get to yourself. And it's just one big game to try to trigger you and to do something. And here's the thing, is like, dude, like prior to the year 2000, I'd be so quick to just grab a motherfucker and I'm not saying I never got my ass beat, but the last thing I was ever afraid to do was fight. Like I mean, like prior to 2000, because I caught a charge, I'd just be so quick to just be like, grab a pool table off the fucking table and just smash. I mean, if it was going down like that, I mean, slam, like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Fighting don't have rules. Like, we're not boxing. We're not paid. We don't have promoters. And dude, I literally would just like a fucking ferret, dude. I just climb on my and I was prior military. I knew pressure points. And not only that, I've always just shadow boxed, and I've probably threw 1 million jabs just in the last 6 months, just in the air. Like, I'll look at my shadow where my head is, and I'll put a towel up, and I'll do like 100 jabs, or I quit counting. I just go on my right arm until it would just fall out, and then I just jab with my left arm like in a towel, you know, like not a bag or nothing. Like, I live in an apartment, and I just boom, boom, and I'll do jumping jacks, and I just, because all throughout my life, I just like, and I realized that was the trick. When I cut that last charge, I was like, oh, they want me to act out. All these things were just triggers. Like Eminem said, they can trigger me, but they can never figure me out. And it's like, they were triggering me. You know? And I was like, all I was doing was projecting negative from me. And then I'd start doing things like, oh, fuck, man, I told you, I've been all over the country, whatever, man, it don't matter. But I'm telling you, man, there ain't been no story, nothing I told you that's fake. And, like, I got family, like, my old lady ladies in here, dude, I would love for one day if she's such a shy, well, she claims to be shy, but, oh my gosh, what the spirit's telling me this bitch does in the dark, oh my gosh, but she's been there, she'll tell you, she's seen, she knows, and, I just had to, like, I don't know, man, I don't know, but I'm just telling you, like, it's just fucked up, man, what they do. I don't even know how, but basically what it is this. It's because I don't know exactly why, but it has to be something on a spiritual level. It has to be. Even if they're not telling the perps. The perps probably don't know that. You know, they're just minions. Like, they're just distractions. They don't have the truth. They're not, like you said, everything in this game is compartmentalized. Like,
that's why I'm so fucking rare.
Guy making noise outside your door, but he was just paid to be there. Maybe might have never been there any minute before that, and you're thinking, oh, I nailed it in the butt that time, and you're like, dude, they got minions for fucking centuries, dude. They can just keep bringing them. It doesn't matter. So it's like, it's not about defeating the minions. It's about realizing what's taking place, and then just, like I said, trying to find a way to make success through yourself, through art, or selling sandwiches, or something they can't touch. And no matter what you do, they're going to touch. That's the thing. Like, they're going to touch. But if you can start producing something so powerful that is producing income in people's lives that is more than what they're willing to pay to harass you, that's when shit changes. Because then you'll have people on your side that'll be like, oh, I do see it. I do see it. Because you'll be around intelligent people, and they'll be like, the main reason they got me in a corner right now is because I'm isolated. I'm completely isolated. I have no one on my side. I got no one believing in me. I got no financial support. I got no money. I can't defend myself in a court of law. I can't protect myself through any ways and means. And here's the thing, though, and this is what trips them out. I'm not trying to do that. They want you to feed the machine. They want you to look scared. They want you to look paranoid. They want you to go get lawyers. They want you to take him to court. They want that. But if you don't do that, you're not feeding the machine. You're not giving them any fuel. All they can do is just keep making up rumors and lies. And I stick to myself. I'm an isolated guy. So if somebody wanted to go to a guy 2 doors down, or a family 2 doors down, or some lady 2 doors down, and say, hey, whenever you see that guy walking to the park, you better watch yourself. They could make up any lie they wanted to about me. If I don't speak to that person, 9 times out of 10, they're going to believe it. So then, and this is how a lot of it works. You wonder why you're getting the stink eye. A lot of it isn't because you did nothing. It's because somebody's lying on you in your neighborhood, and they're spreading false information, bullshit about you to people. Just random everyday people. They might see someone at the mailbox and go, oh, we'll stay away from that guy. Oh, yeah, he can make up any lie they want. They know you don't talk to those people. They know you're never going to have a conversation with those people. You're never going to knock on their door. What are they going to do? Knock on the door? Was somebody talking about me to you? Yeah. So it's like, you just have to face the fact that you're not doing that to them. They're making the first move. But when you walk in faith and you walk in Christ, after a certain period of time, these people are going to get tired of people saying, look, man, you just keep telling me about this person, but all this guy ever does is go to the park, man. I've seen taking kids up there, he's going dog. This guy's never said nothing. I mean, after a period of time, when you walk in faith, your faith is going to speak for you. And they're going to be like, why are you projecting so much time and energy trying to convince me this guy's wrong? When if you never came and said a word to me about this guy, I wouldn't even be thinking about this guy. It would just be another person just walking to the park. So it's like, why people will start questioning after a year or two. They'll be like, if this guy is what they say he is, why is he still here? Why is he not afraid to just walk out in public and do what he wants every day? If he was what they said he was, he'd be ashamed. He wouldn't come outside. He wouldn't show his face. He'd be hiding. And that's why I make it a point every day to go outside and wave to my neighbor, like, to show people, like, look, I'm not projecting any of these rumors that people are saying on me. They are producing these. None of these things are facts. None of these things is my biological body or being producing to make you think that way about me from myself. And it's only what other people are feeding you, information other people are feeding you. But, you know, people are desperate. They can even go further like this, and I know for a fact they do this. They can be like, look, not only that, we'll pay you $100 a month if you just text messages, because your apartment is in view when he goes to the park. So we'll give you $100 a month, or we'll pay your rent if you just text messages every time he goes to the park, or every time you see him leave his apartment. Oh, even if they think you're St. Peter, oh yeah, I'll do that for $100. They could think you're St. Thomas. It don't matter. They'll do it for $100 because people are scared. All they know how to serve is money. That's what keeps them in check and fear. How am I going to pay my? Oh, yeah, I'll do that. But literally, they know the person they're targeting and watching is Christ Jesus Energy himself. And it's like you're producing negative energy on a Christ consciousness for money, and you don't even know that you're paving, like it says, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You're paving your road to hell with good intentions. But did you ever see? Did any of those perps ever stop to say, "Hey, somebody told me this about you, and before I accept the money, I need to know if this is true"? No. They just accept. Just like, and here's how gang stalking works. They really stole it off of children. They analyzed this in school, and there was always that one girl or that one guy that come from a poor family, and there was a rumor that went around about him. No one ever mentioned it to him. You might talk to him, you might play with him in gym class, they might be on your ball team, shoot the baskets, give him a high five, but you hear all this shit about him from everyone else, on the bus, at school, and you even talk to this person, but you never once ask him about it. You never once ask him, do you know that people are saying this stuff about you? Do you know that this is what the rumor is about you? Do you know this? They might not even know. And they wonder why. Why? And it's like, because for some fucking reason, some asshole on the bus one day thought, was feeling so insecure about themselves that they thought they'd make you a target and make fun of you, because if the attention's on you, then nothing's on them. And then usually the loudmouth is so good at what they do and other people are so weak, well, they don't want the loudmouth to turn on them. This is how it works. Yeah. So they just go along with it. It's easier to laugh and point fun than have to stand up for truth and have all those people hate you just like they're hating that person. That's why that's why they usually call it a target individual, because usually no one else has the balls to team up with that motherfucker, fight against the resistance. Should be called targeted brothers. Like I said, if I just had one other motherfucker on my side that I could go to sleep and trust, like if I could go, like, dude, they couldn't. It's just crazy, and that's exactly how it works. I just opened your mind up to exactly how it works, but they do it on a completely another level, and they push it further, and they have cell phones. They might have somebody take a picture of you adjusting your fly after you just did 50 jumping jacks, but they're going to show the picture that, oh yeah, see, he plays with, whatever. I mean, people, I know it sounds stupid, but this is how it works. So then they're like, and everyone knows a still image, just look at family photos. Yeah, everyone's smiling. Go to the house 10 minutes after that. Is that what the family looks like? No. So it's like, people are basically, for money, allowing others to And they send these texts out to like networks of people. Like that's why they call it gang stalking, because it's like literally a gang of these people that do it. Like, and they have them seated everywhere, just like Walmart, wherever. So you're like, how are they always wherever I go? They're not always wherever you go. There's just some asshole that watched you leave your house, and another asshole follows you, and it's just simple shit. They're just using this technology. They probably couldn't do it this easy back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. What would happen is, and the reason you couldn't get people to do it back then is because somebody would be keen to the fact that somebody was following them, and you go around the corner and you get a fucking stick in your face, you get a fucking log in your face, you get a fucking and that's what people underestimate me. I'm like, I'm smart. You know how many times I've tried to lure these motherfuckers in the woods, dude? I made it sound, I told you I was trying to find a hawk's nest. Yeah, that was part of it. I wanted one of them to follow me in the woods. I wanted one of them to follow me a mile in the woods. I wanted one of them because I know the woods, dude. I'm prior military. I can find anyone in the woods because I don't think anyone can sit still as long as I can, dude. I think my record is like 12 hours sitting still and not moving in one place, not pissing, not moving, not nothing, not itching, not nothing. Oh, dude, I had an itch on my fucking nose for 4 hours, dude, that I fought against. And when I finally broke out of my 12 hours of stillness, I didn't do it because of no one else. I was just like, fucking, I'm done with this. But I wanted them to follow me in the woods because I was like, yeah, no one will see you here. You're a lone ranger. And I was just going to pounce on that month. And I promise you this, they never did. If they did, there would have been only one human being alive coming out of those woods. Because unless they had a drone, and I would have went to a canopy place, trust me, unless they had some type of artificial intelligence like Predator recording me. Prove it. Prove it, motherfucker. All I know is I went to the woods and somebody followed me and I was threatened for my life. This motherfucker touched my boot or whatever. I don't prove it. But I'll tell you this. If I can get one of them to follow me a mile into the woods, there's only one motherfucker coming out. I swear to God on that. And knock on wood, because I never swear to God. I never swear on anything holy. But I'll promise on it.
Vengeance is mine.
Oh, dude, and here's the thing.
Vengeance is mine, saith he.
I'm just looking at it like this, dude. I'm old school. You want to play the game. You wanted to be a hunter. You wanted to hunt me. You wanted to fuck with my life. Because of money, you wanted to figure out everything about it. So you don't think I'm sitting here quietly like a deer, learning everything about you too? The biggest thing I do, and I learned this not only from military, but through Jesus, was like, he was saying, he was just telling me, like, do your thing. Do your thing, boy. And he said, do your thing, and you just pay attention to them. If you feel threatened, look, if you don't think Christ and Lord Jesus and God ever propelled violence on people, look at David and Goliath. He parted the Red Sea and closed that shit on millions and thousands of motherfuckers chasing after Joseph.
Thou shalt not kill.
There's violence all throughout.
It says thou shalt not kill.
And I'll say it again, man.
It says thou shalt not kill. The Bible is, listen, the Bible is in its entirety, has good, listen, it has good truths, but if you take it, everything to heart, I know, I haven't talked for like an hour. The Bible, listen, the Bible is barbaric. It does not teach you everything you need to know. And let me tell you something. Just like I know, because I understand it all. Like, so like, I just talk as straightforward as possible at every moment. And every moment I gather more information. And the more moments I'm in, the more information I'm going to gather, right? But when I gather information, it's going through corridors of the heart and the soul, not on judgment and condemnation. No, now that's number one. Now that's number one. Now that's number one. Number two is Fox News is just now reporting that the CIA and the government murdered JFK.
Oh yeah, but even before that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And that's why. And listen, that's why we could all gang out to the end of time. You know, I mean, that's no problem. But the thing is, who stops the cycle? Who stops the cycle? Who actually has the audacity to do that instead of just keep playing the duality? Because that is what my core is coming out. Because yeah, we could wait to murder people all day, but yeah, but if you did that, if you did that, it would hurt you. It would hurt you. It would hurt you too, man, because unless that person was really trying to kill you. If that person was really trying to kill you, if someone was hunting you, that is self-defense. Yeah, that's not compassionate. That's not compassionate. That's like the war on terror. That's like Bush Cheney, that's Bush Cheney mentality, bro. That's not the light planet we're moving to. And then what will you gain out of that? And what will that information do? How will that information help bring more love? How will that information help bring more love? You would also be amazed at how incorrect that tactic is and how it also led to us going to Iraq because of waterboarding. People will say fucking anything to quit from feeling like they're going to die. You see, here's the thing. If it is not done in a compassionate, but listen, if it is not done in a compassionate foundation, yes, but if you do not do it in a compassionate, bro, if you don't do it from a compassionate foundation, it's going to breed duality in your perception. And then your perception is going to propel energy, and your perception will propel a reality. I mean, I guess I don't know. You would never know. You would never know. I can't relate. I can't relate to, listen, I can't relate as far as, listen, I can relate in the same sense, like people have been following me ever since I was Liberator style. So like, I know how it feels to have people like follow and crowd around you. But what I do is I try to enlighten and bring forth the same element that causes my targeting. See what I'm saying? So then you're contacting higher self to higher selves to higher selves to higher selves. And it breaks the cycle. And maybe you're being recruited for the Galactic Alliance. And maybe you're being recruited for the Galactic Alliance, bro. But if we're fighting with war, we're still in the same terminology we're trying to evolve out of. Compassionate overlays with science at the best that we know, with psychology, with sociology, with compassionate relays, and then we condition those, and we condition. Listen, we can, bro.
And you went outside and you got a chance to be face to face with one of these people that were destroying your mother. You're telling me you wouldn't react? You're telling me you
Bro, I have reacted. I already done that. I'm telling you, I've already done it. I'm telling you, I have done it. I'm telling you, I've done it. I've walked up to the neighbor that was harassing my mom. I have done that. Yes, but listen, do you want to know how I did it? Because it was already dealt with once, but I talked to him and I said, look, brother, I said, I love this country like you love it. I'm an activist. I'm a patriot. I'm fighting for a democratic republic, and we were going back and forth. I said, listen, I said, this stuff ain't my mom's fault. I said, most likely I brought this onto her. Well, I said, listen, I understand, but listen. So I talked to him. I talked to him from the Christ core. I talked to him from the Christ core, and that's just where it's got to stay. And at that point, you know what I mean. And at that point, and then at that point, no, because bro, because fire doesn't need gasoline, bro. Fire doesn't need gasoline. Fire doesn't need gasoline. It doesn't. Fire don't need gasoline, man.
And Ron, we're not talking about gasoline. We're not talking about any elements on our days. We're talking about spiritual fucking. What do you think the Archangel Michael exists? What do you think these archangels exist, man? To war for us. There's warring angels out there.
Listen, they even fell into the duality for some time. No, even some of them fell into the duality. Bro, it's true. It's true. No, some of them have fell into the duality. It is true, but that was part of mistakes that they're also teaching us to finally get to an ascended 5D Earth. Do you? I want to explain something. I want to explain something. When we talked before, I said something about what will bring peace, what will bring the world together, and you didn't have a vision for that. You felt like it was impossible. See, I'm on the team where we're creating it. And there's a reason we're creating it, and there's a reason why systems are not creating it. And that's where my expertise is. This is why I've magnetized these events. This is why I've magnetized these events from higher self. That's why I chose to walk with the coat of many colors. And that's why I chose to do my biblical thing. And that's why I chose to do my biblical thing. But that does not take away from your biblical story. That doesn't take away from your biblical story. You have one too. But what we are doing now is we got to find the higher self within everybody. Because if we find, look, I've been at the low today, bro. I wanted to talk to you for sure today. I knew you were going to call me today because I'm at a low. And this is okay because you know what? I'm here for it. I'm ready for it because, I'm trying to figure out like what they did to me. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, you're trying to figure it out. So it's like the more that we can be compassionate and leave it there. Like, I don't have guns. I'm getting a loan soon. I don't plan to buy any guns, bro. If I buy a gun, I know someone's got a bigger one. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, let's propel that. I mean, help me propel that. Help me propel that. Like, let's not wait to pounce on people. I don't want that no more, bro. We got to bring peace. And that's why when we're individuals, we're unique. We're going to have perspectives. And that's what makes it interesting. No, dude, I love this. I want to be fully liberated. Dude, I want to be fully liberated. I want to be fully liberated. I will accept help. Listen. I know, but listen, and I will accept help, but I just want the compassionate over relays. That's it. I'm telling you. This is no, sometimes I do need no, brother, that sometimes, dude, sometimes I do need help. Because every great person has a great team. Right now, I want. Okay, yeah, it's part of, bro. Well, bro, it's a combination. Like, of course, there's somebody that has definitely caught my heart, and I will definitely see. Well, you know what I mean. I'd keep it at bay because, because. But I keep everything at bay just because, like, I don't have no for sure's. I just have potentials. But I just no, of course not, bro. Come on, man, like that. Come on, if it was just a sexual attraction, I wouldn't be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I talk? Like, that's a surface. Like, hey, I found the one. I found the one. Yeah, you have found the one. Yeah, I can't wait to just have sex with her, and that'll be it. No, man, it ain't even close, bro. It ain't even close, bro. But I'm saying, like, it has something to do with if I get the music right, the business right. I have to have all that right. Otherwise, like being in my position, like I'm sitting here rearranging the whole matrix, like I got to be careful, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to, being in my position is not easy. So I'm not trying to I'm not trying to draft anybody into my shit.
I'm expecting you to say, somebody approached me or somebody contacted me about some music. Like, I don't know how YouTube, and this is another reason I thought maybe you were a CIA implant. And I'll tell you how these CIA implants worked and how they've done it in my life before. And, you know, YouTube is CIA, and so many times they've created these fake YouTube accounts, and then they put them on my post, and then I'm like, oh yeah, let me call this person or whatever, and then, but your post, I'm like, dude, if you're as good as your music sounds that I hear on mine, and you're in the studio with people, why don't you have gigs? Why don't you have places to play? You should be booked every fucking night, dude. Like, why aren't you every day out there? Like, dude, like, I wake up, I get in the shower. The first thing I do is I get in the shower, wash my balls, I just wash the funk off the night, whatever. And so many times I'm in that shower and I'm thinking, if I had what he had and the material he had, there wouldn't be a day I didn't get out of the shower that I wasn't putting this shit in somebody's face, that I wasn't dropping the CD off in a cab driver's hands, going to kink. I know who I am, but my mission in life is love, to take care of people and to take care of people that the rest of the world would normally abuse or hurt. So my mission in life through Christ is, and on top of that, because that's my mission, I get to see a lot of real shit in life. Christ takes me to a lot of, like I told you, man, like, this is on Netflix too. You really want to know who I am? Watch the show Highway to Heaven. I'm literally a fucking angel on earth, dog. So I just follow orders. This is the longest amount of orders I've ever had in my life. Over 10 years, going on 11 years with these people. When I got with them, I was at 31. I lived through but dude, let me tell you something. The life I lived from 17 to 31, the life I lived is what most people would live if they were lucky enough to live to 115, dude. So, like, and then I started getting targeted when I was 31, and 31 to 41 was nothing but complete pure hell. Like, my health, I spent all my multiple surgeries in the VA. I had some shrapnel removed. I had my gallbladder taken. I don't know. My body was just fucking deteriorating, and it still is, dude. I told you, I can go out. Yesterday was the first day I went out and jogged in 8 days. It's probably been 2 years before I went that long between jogging. And I got out there and I don't jog. I jog one lap around the soccer field. It takes me about a mile to get there, so I walk a mile. Then I jog around the soccer field once. I walked around it half, and then full fucking sprint one half of the field. Like, I mean, like I'm yelling, going, oh, like pumping my hands. I probably look like fucking Forrest Gump. I don't know what I look like, but I literally force every fucking limb in my body to its maximum potential. And like, so sometimes there's a fence, like it's a soccer field, and there's one goalie, and probably 10 yards after I stopped sprinting, there's this fence. I used to run into it, and I've hurt my wrist, so I was like, I just started sliding, dude, because I was like, I'm telling you, like, dude, you want to see a profound change in your life, and I cannot tell you how this happens, but it pushes shit out of you. Like, start finding a place to walk. Get away. Find a place where you can run, where you feel comfortable, where you don't feel like no one's looking at you, whatever. And create some type of perimeter. Like, mine's a soccer field. make it huge enough, like the size of his arm. Try to jog around it. And no matter how much you want to stop, do not fucking let yourself stop. Just because you're breathing for air hard, you're going to stop? No. Just tell yourself. Don't be a pussy. Just tell yourself, remind yourself this, man, there's somebody downtown that ain't going to have shit to eat tonight, sleeping outside. You'll keep running. And then run to your focal point. Then whatever you ran, just walk that same amount of time and space. And then after you walk that again, when you get to that point, dude, I'm telling you, you're gonna shit. You'll probably poop 3 to 4 times a day, every day. And this is how you know it's real, dude. Dude, my physique changed when I put running and jogging into my life and jumping jacks. The first thing I do when I get out of bed, like my feet hit the floor. If I sleep in boxers, I got this pair of tidy whities, and I put them on because your balls will go nuts if you got boxers on. First thing I do, literally, first fucking thing, I'll put the whitey tighties on. I sleep in the boxers or nude, and then I put the whitey tighties on. And the first thing I do with my feet is that I do 55 jumping jacks. First thing. And then I immediately get in the shower. And then I try to go run and walk. And what that does is it just keeps this nasty food and shit. Dude, literally your body is like a ketchup bottle. You keep that shit in there, and you turn it, you go upside down, and you try to squirt it, and it farts, but nothing comes out and shit. And then you tap that shit on the table or smack it down. That's what the poop does in your body through your colon. Christ told me this. He said, the main reason, the biggest health issue in life is because people don't. And another thing I do, this isn't more, and dude, I got 3 simple exercises, 4 things you can do that are so simple and don't require a gym. And within 6 months, within 3 months, well, actually, if you haven't worked out in a while, within a month, no one else will, but you'll see it. And you'll be like, holy fuck, dude. And it's so simple. You don't have to work out. You don't have to lift weights. Nothing. You do 55 jumping jacks when you wake up and do 55 jumping jacks before you go to bed. And what that does is when you first wake up, and right after you do the 55 jumping jacks every time, you take the biggest drink of water you can. And it pushes the shit down. Because your colon's like a ketchup bottle. So it's and dude, I'm telling you, your gut, people think, I have to stop eating. No, you can eat everything you want. You can eat McDonald's all day. You can eat Burger King all day. You can eat nothing but fast food all day. But if you do what I say, your physique will look the same because it will push it all out of you. So, you wake up, you do 55 jumping jacks. Promise you, if you do this tomorrow, over the next few days, you'll probably lose 7 pounds. And you might be like, I'm not trying to lose weight, but it's not 7 pounds of muscle and thing. You're just going to lose 7 pounds of pure shit. Just 7 pounds of shit. That basically, before you poop this out, you were just a shit suitcase. You were just carrying around shit. You were a suitcase just carrying around shit. But you do 55 jumping jacks when you wake up, right? And you do 100 push-ups throughout the day. You do 4 sets of 25. It sounds like a lot, right? But what I do is I do my jumping jacks. I take my shower. And I drop down right when I get out of the shower. I do 25 regular push-ups. And then I go get something to eat, whatever. Maybe it's 20, 30 minutes later. I drop down and I do 25 more. But I put my butt up as high as I can in the air, make my body like an upside-down V. And that works your shoulders. I do 25 that way. And then I just sit down watching TV. 25 minutes later, I get up and I do 25 more. Just like a regular push-up, but you take your palm and you turn them to the right. So it's like your hands are out, like it's sideways, and then you do 25 like that. Then I wait, and then I do the diamonds, the ones in the middle, where you bring your hands together like that Illuminati side, basically, and then you do 25 like that. And then I just do that throughout the day, whether I'm at a friend's house or at the store or wherever. It don't have to be. If you want to do it all one time, this is what I usually do. I tell people that to keep it motivated, but I just bust them all out at one time. I just get up, and because I've done it for so many years, I could just, I could do 200. I just do 25, brush my teeth, 25, get in the shower, 25. By the time I'm ready I got all my push-ups out of the way. I've done 55 jumping jacks, so when I smoke my bowl, I ain't tripping. I don't feel like I neglected myself or this. And another thing, like Bob Marley said, I learned this from Bob Marley. I was watching this Bob Marley documentary. Can't tell you exactly how I heard this, but I know I heard this like this, and it's exactly truth. He was talking about weed, and they were talking about weed in the interview, how it was illegal and everything. But he said one of the biggest problems with weed is that he said, and he was of course talking like Marley, like the biggest problem. He was saying like people smoke weed and they just want to sit there. He goes, smoke weed and get active. Smoke weed, go play some soccer. Smoke weed, go take a run. Smoke weed, take a walk, get in nature. Don't just smoke weed and sit there and let the world put its influence on you. Smoke weed and then go do what you want to do in life and see how it enhances what you do, as opposed to smoke weed and just listen to me, or listen, like he was saying, like listen to my music, or because I don't want you to just smoke weed and listen to my music. I want you to smoke weed and get conscious. I want you to smoke weed and think and write, and smoke weed and be active. Like, don't just smoke weed and veg. That's the enemy part of weed. Like, and sometimes vegging is completely fine, because another thing Bob Marley said, and he used to talk about health all the time, and in this documentary, one person, name is a Rastafarian guy, but he said one thing about Bob was, he goes, when you hung out with Bob is, you always know you were going to smoke some good weed, but you always know you were going to eat some good fruit, and you were going to get like health consciousness tips. Like they said that Bob was always telling you, like,
No McDonald's, no McDonald's, no McDonald's.
With each other, dude. Like,
hey, because McDonald's, I know, and listen, McDonald's is like that kind of food. Fast food is high density. You know what I'm saying? Fast food. You don't want to eat. You want to eat the leafy greens and the fruits and veggies. Don't eat that shit, man. Like, even if you could work it out of your body, don't even put your body through it, because your body has to take energy to break something down, and if the investment isn't good, look, if you keep putting like think about it, I gotta work. Your body's gonna work to break down something, and the ROI isn't good. The return of investment isn't good if it's like McDonald's or something. But if it's spinach.
I don't know why it's been on my mind.
And apple cider vinegar, dude. Hold on, apple cider vinegar. I want to tell you something. Listen. All right, but listen. I want to spread something to this apple cider vinegar. All right, Chad, you got to share the mic. You got to share the mic, Chad. You got to share the mic. You got to share the mic. But listen, apple cider vinegar is good too, bro, for cleaning out the gut. I shit out, dude. I shit out plaque and black stuff. Nah, I disagree. I disagree. I mean, I disagree. No, I don't think so. Maybe if you have the sunlight. Yeah, but no, food matters, man. Food matters. What do you think the obesity epidemic's from?
No, the right food. But I'm saying, like, the thing is, a person full of spirit isn't going to be.
They're not going to eat bad food. Like, when you become spiritualized, like, I don't even want to eat the factory-fed animals, like the cows and the chickens and all that. To me, that's like dark energy. And see, that's another thing. I could target people if they don't eat meat. Think about that. Like, if they eat meat, I should target them every day and then do stuff to steer. Do you see what I'm saying? Yep. Sunlight's the best.
But the thing is, like, dude, you can literally live off a cup full of beans one day, a cup full of rice the next day, meat the next day. We don't need these full course dinners, dude. You can literally eat meat one day.
Oh, it's true.
Eat vegetables. You can eat meat on Monday, eat vegetables on Tuesday, eat leafy greens on Wednesday, and you will still live and survive. You will not starve.
It's true.
You don't need a 4-course meal.
Nope.
You don't need breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dude, here's my day. I don't wake up until
But if you do eat, make it good food. Like because also everybody, listen, all the stuff we've been fed in society, dude, sometimes, I'm going to tell you something, sometimes it's okay to binge. And I'll tell you why, because we've been deprived so nutritionally. Like sometimes my body tells me, keep getting those sweet potatoes, keep getting them sweet potatoes, keep getting them sweet potatoes. And then I read up that it's a super nutrient food. And I was like, bam, my innate's like, and I got kind of like my feel from it. But that happens sometimes. And leafy greens, man, that is definitely the best. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was just a sales pitch.
I want to say Japan, and there was a bean over there. And this is why they say so fit. This is no shit, dude. This is on the market. I don't know. I've even seen this on, I think, CNN before, Bourdain. But there is a particular bean.
That's some power, brother.
He grows over there, and it's either in Japan
He
or
was
China,
another
one of those
Chester.
fucking Asian countries. Philippines, somewhere. But it has twice the protein as ground beef
Yeah.
and absolutely zero fat. Zero. And it's a bean. You can eat this bean, and it has twice the protein as ground beef and absolutely zero fat. It's a bean, dude. Like, dude, here's what I do, dude. Look, most people eat for flavor. I eat because I know I need it to make my body. If I want to be that Jason Bourne when somebody fucks me up, I know I got to eat like this. So here's what I do. I wake up every day. The first thing I put, and I don't make time, the time of day or nothing make me feel pressure to eat. I only eat when I feel ready.
Right.
I don't make people think, oh, you skip breakfast. No, my body is the one that needs the food. If my body's not telling me it's hungry, I'm not going to just pour on these bacon and eggs and shit because it's here.
Yeah.
My body says it's thirsty, it wants some water. Here's the first thing you do every day you wake up. Take the biggest drink of water as you can. The biggest drink of water as you can. And you'll probably poop. And then walk around a little bit, and then I do this. I wait 30 minutes after I take that drink of water. And if I have it available, I eat a banana. I wait 30 minutes after that. And if I have it available, I eat one of those Oikos Greek yogurts. We get food stamps, so it's usually available. And then I wait an hour after that, even if I'm hungry. And then say I want, like I eat turkey meat, so I say for lunch I'm going to make me a turkey burger, green beans, and cottage cheese with tomatoes. So like today I did that. So as the cookie burger's cooking, I take the baked beans and I go into the hot water with the strainer, and I rinse off all the shit that came in the container with it, the sauce, whatever.
That's
just
pretty
pure
fucking smart.
And I eat a half cup of just beans for the fiber to help me get rid of the meal I'm about to intake. And then I wait 30 minutes, which is usually about the time it takes to get the burger shit done, 25, 30. I wait 20, 25, 30 minutes after I eat those beans. Then I ate my burger and cottage cheese. I used to sit down and eat everything at one time as a plate, like a meal. And Christ said, no, that's what's congesting you and clogging you up. You're hungry, and then you're taking all this huge amount of food into your little stomach. He goes, whatever your side dishes are, eat your side dishes when the main meal is cooking. And so I do this, and if I don't have a banana, I just drink water. If I don't have the yogurt, I don't eat shit until I'm hungry. And I quit making myself think like everyone else is eating and it's lunchtime and they're all paying money, and I was like, I'm really not hungry. And I was like, and maybe I'm hungry an hour or two after them. I was like, I'm not on their clock. I'm not on their same thing. Like, they're eating because they're told it's time to. And I only eat when my body tells me it's time to. And another thing I like to do is I like to eat a banana before I go running. And because they say bananas, dude, they say if you're dehydrated and you can't have access to water, one banana can do what one single pint of water can do to a dehydrated person. And that's why I eat bananas before I go running, because it literally hydrates you, and you don't have to intake anything in your gut while you're running to have shit gurgling around and shit, and you can really just sprint it, dude. Dude, I'm telling you right now, if you want to, dude, your wraps, everything will change. This will touch every element of your life. Get somewhere where you can jog. I don't recommend sprinting until you jog and stretch. Definitely make sure you stretch first. Like, when I started this, I probably spent 1 month doing nothing but stretching my legs before, because Christ was telling me, like, he was like, there's nothing to be in a hurry for. Just spend a month stretching. And that way, if you spend a complete month stretching your legs, when you do go out there and hit it, we can hit it harder than ever. And I was like, all right. So then, like, I'm telling you, what I'm about to tell you here will change your life. Don't just go jog. You got to jog and you run. You do a mixture. What you do is you walk, and then you jog, and you basically have to listen to your body in everything you do and say. Your spirit, but your body's the body. You're separate from your body. Your spirit residing in your body. So you run, and the second, I mean the absolute second, I don't care if it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't care if you just took 5 lunges trying to jog. If your body says stop, stop. And start walking again. And then when you got your breath and calm down, jog again. Maybe you only go 4 more again. Stop. Just listen to your body. If your body says keep jogging, keep jogging. If your body says stop and walk, walk. Either way, it's propelling yourself forward. You're exercising. So I did that. Now I'm to the point where, like, my body's just like, run. Dude, it's like my body just dude, it's like, dude, it's literally like my body just, like, when I start running, it's like, at first, I didn't pay attention, and my legs, I hadn't done this I was a high school athlete, but I didn't start doing this until I was like 38, or, well, 3 years ago, I turned 39, and, you know, Christ, you know, I told you, I was going through my depression, trying to get off the pills and everything, and through the VA, and I told them, I said, I'm done taking your pills, I'm going through your program, and they're like, well, you're going to die, you're not going to be able to handle it, and I was like, well, we'll see, and Christ said, and I swear, dude, I'd never done this in my fucking life until I was in high school. And your muscle memory will come back like a motherfucker, dude. And Christ just said, dude, just go down there, just jog. And when I tell you stop, walk. And when I tell you run, run. And when I tell you walk, walk. And I said, and dude, not even that. When I first started doing this, dude, the hawk is my spiritual animal. 2 hawks, not 1, 2, flew. When I was in the middle of my jog, trying to push it out, flew immediately over me in synchrony, just 2 hawks, and they landed on the fence right by where I sat down. And then, I swear to you, this sounds like fantasy, but like I told you, I've never lied to you in my life, and you'll know it's not, because when a person lies, you know. When a person tells the truth, you know. I swear to you, this is when it first started happening. Second day I woke up, and I was like, because you always told, oh, you need to rest. And in my mind, I was going, I have to rest. Today's rest day. And Christ was like, you know, rest day? No fucking rest day. Get out there and go run again. And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And dude, I promise you can look this up. I live right by the Arkansas River. I've told you a million times. I give you where I live, and you can Google it on Google Earth. I didn't know this at the time, because I thought it was just too amazing, because I hadn't seen one since Seattle. 2 bald eagles flew over the field, just like fucking airplanes, the exact route as those 2 hawks did. I stopped, and they landed on the same fence post and sat there. One day it was 2 hawks, the next day it was 2 eagles. So I go home, and I'm like, because I didn't tell them what I said, before this, I swear to you, I prayed to God. I said, God, if this is real, what you're doing in my life, and this transformation is real, please give me some type of supernatural sign that could never happen in real life. Well, that happened, right? So I go back home, and I Googled. I said, I never saw a bald eagle in my life here in Oklahoma. So I Googled online. I typed in bald eagle, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, guess what? I didn't know this. Less than 2 miles from where I live on the Arkansas River, there's a bald eagle refugee thing, where they're taking eagles and they rehabilitate them, and I bet you they came from there. And then, check this out. 3rd day, no bullshit, same shit, but these were the state bird of Oklahoma, the scissortail. Swear to you on my life. So then I started talking to him. I said, thank you for your positioning in the universe and what you do for me, and then 4th day, no bullshit, I said, I'm going to run over these power lines. I'm going to run by the power lines. I'm not even going to do this ain't shit. A fucking helicopter. FBI something, dude. Military something, dude. Literally. Fucking came down less, like, if I could dunk a basketball, I could have reached up and grabbed the fucking thing on the fucking helicopter and chilled with him. It was just watching me. Fucking watching me, dog. Some of them had military, some of them had the local police department in this thing. So then, dude, I swear to you, 4 consecutive days is what happened. So I'm thinking, okay, I swear to you, I'm not joking. Now listen to this. And this happened today, dude. I don't know how they do this. I don't know how. I said, okay, Christ. Okay. I don't know. Well, I'm going to tell you, it gets really weird here, dude. I said, okay, the synchronicities are just way too abundant. I said, the eagles and the hawks. You know, I've always been my spiritual bird. I've always thought of you when I see him. I said, I swear to you, I was going to bed. I knew I was going to get up and run the next day. Sometimes I get up at 5, 6 in the morning, whatever. And this particular day, I knew I was going to get up early. And I said, Christ, if this is you, then just leave me a feather. One single feather that's in perfect condition. That nobody can tamper with it. I know without a fact that there's no way to just put it in my path. My walk of path. I promise you, I get up the next day. The sun's coming up. It's almost 7 o'clock. Dude, there is a feather. Dude, like, it has to be a turkey feather. I mean, it's so huge. And it was exactly in my path, right? And that's when I stopped and I was like, this isn't Christ. This isn't, like, the animals, maybe, but that's when I realized for the first time, they can actually hear what the fuck you're thinking if you're on the right frequency. Like, they can literally, like, and then I started testing, and I would say, I'm going to go here and do this, and then I would do it, and then there it was. And then, oh, dude, but for some reason, the main primal focal objective of whatever this energy is this: to kill love, to stop love, to stop trust, to separate people from each other, to make people not believe in each other, to seek, kill, and destroy. The same objectives as the devil this program has. But, dude, just yesterday when I come back, I you know, like now when I go out there, I don't make my whole focal existence. Like, I used to let it stop me. Like, I go out there to jog, and then I just keep fucking with them. Because, I'm trying to tell you, this particular place I live, if you look it up on Google Earth, like, I go to this, it's a fucking soccer complex, but it's literally made up to be a gang-stalking training ground. And I think one of the buildings there is a fucking fusion center, dude. And I think there's actually underground tunnels that lead to an underground military installation. And I'm going to blow your mind here. You remember there was a movie back in the day called Broken Arrow with John Travolta, a military thing? Do you know what the fucking United States military code word is for a lost nuclear weapon? Broken Arrow. You can type this up, dude. I'm military. Broken Arrow is the code word for a lost nuclear weapon or someone that is in control of a nuclear weapon that's went rogue. And in these soccer plexes, twice, I've discovered underground entrances that I've walked for a few miles, and I got too scared and I come back up because I thought somebody might trap, like, dude, tell me I ain't got balls? It takes balls to pop up in a manhole and go down there and walk that tunnel for 2 miles because anyone could have fucking put that fucking lid back on there, dude, and I couldn't have got out. But the only reason I wasn't scared is I tried this before. The main right after I went in this tunnel, when I went down there the first time, I went down, just like you follow it down. I went down like about 15 feet, like a little ladder, and I could see the light coming in from the road. It was about 50 yards away, and I walked there, and that was like a drainage ditch from the road, and I tried to squeeze my head and see if my body would fit through, and it did. So I was like, well, if somebody does close this, then I can get through this drainage tunnel. And so I really wasn't that scared. And I don't know why, dude. Like I told you, my biggest weakness is after I truly discovered who I was in Christ, I feared. I don't like when somebody tries to intimidate me with fear or find me. I just bulge up the other way. Like, yes, show me, prove it to me then, because I'm not gonna be scared until you can show me. Like, cause I'll look right back at it and say, I equally think I can kick your ass too. So, but one time, dude, these are some real CIA motherfuckers. And I was in the casino and I won a couple grand, dude. And this motherfucker pulled me to the side and he told me that there was mics up everywhere and they're following me. And I said, dude, I'm so fucking raging right now. I said, I feel like I could just fucking kick your friend's ass. And he goes, and he looked at me and he goes, dude, he grabbed my shoulder and he goes, brother, trust me, you can't. Don't even try. You can't. And I was like, dude, thank you. I said, thanks for calming me down, bro. Because I started looking at him and I was like, you're damn right. I'm like, fuck, the fucking forearm is twice the size of my fucking leg. I was like, how dumb can I think? And he was like, no, dude. He's like, we're not going to hurt you, and you're right. Everything's happening that you say. But he goes, you can't kick our ass. I said, thanks for fucking letting me. I said, thanks for telling me that before I tried, bro. But dude, did I tell you, like, remember how I told you about the movie Triple X? Like, dude, I've been in diners where I've called out the entire and got my meal for free, everything. Dude, like, I've had lunch and dinner with CIA agents, and that's why when I was calling you earlier, I'm like, dude, like, you don't know, dude, like, the level of shit that, like, that's why I'm like, and maybe it's just your innocence and your pureness, and I don't think they've really got to you yet. I think you might think they have, and I think you might think you're the target, but I think you're just experiencing normal, everyday anomalies in life, but like, you're not a true target till you're like traveling across the country and having conversations with fucking federal agents and watching movies and going, holy shit, I literally lived through that. Like you watch that movie Cat's Eye, dude. Like, it's not just a movie to me. Like, I fucking lived that shit. Like, and that's the biggest thing I can tell is like, I've never met anyone in my life, dude. Like, the places I've been, even as a kid, like I was telling you, get those cups and like Bo Jackson. When I was a kid, I got Bo Jackson's autograph. I got backstage at the dugout. I got like, even as a kid, dude, I was putting myself, like, by myself, riding my bike up to Royal Stadium and putting myself batting practice, watching, going to school with fucking a handful of Bo Jackson autograph cards, selling fucking $20 a piece and shit. And people are like, how do you get this? I'm like, because I do what you know one do. You live in the same town as me. This is Kansas City. I go there. I try to find him. I talk to him. You stay at home. You watch cartoons. I'm out in the streets. Like, even as a kid, I was trying to, like, even this, like, dude, not even this. Reggie Jackson, one of my dad's favorite baseball players back in the day, dude, 70s. And when he got traded from the A's to the Yankees, they went in the same division as the Royals. So the Yankees came to Kansas City. And I swear to God, this is no lie. And my dad was like, hey, the Yankees are coming. He'd just get off work and watch it on the TV or listen to it on the radio and drink beer. And my dad was so proud about it, I said, fuck, man. And I knew how much of a Reggie Jackson fan he was. And this is after that World Series where he hit 3 home runs in one game.